Welcome back, friends. Welcome to another video lecture from KD Sir's botany classes. Today we will discuss law of segregation. Law of segregation. Law of segregation. So far we have discussed law of dominance, right? We have discussed law of unit characters, unit factors, and today we will discuss law of segregation. जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया है, ये जो तीन लॉज थे, थ्री लॉज, लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस, लॉ ऑफ यूनिट फैक्टर्स एंड लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन, जो लॉ आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं, these three laws were the conclusions of monohybrid cross, right? Now, let's come to this law of segregation. Sorry. If I will define law of segregation states that two alleles of a gene controlling each character stay together in an individual. Stay together in an individual but at the time of formation of gametes or spores, right, separate or move apart due to separation of homologous chromosomes which bear them so that each gamete receives only one allele of character on random basis. This is the definition. आपको ये definition थोड़ी बड़ी लग जाएगी, but this is very simple. Law of segregation states that two alleles of a gene controlling each character, because every character, if there were seven contrasting characters, studied by Mendel, such as one was height. Every character was having two alternative forms, two alleles. There was a gene responsible for height. That gene was having two alternative forms, such as this was having tall and dwarf, right? At least two. Sometimes a gene can have more than two, alternative forms, more than two alleles. That's multiple alleles. We will discuss in another topic, right? Height. Same is the case with color, right? It has two alternative forms, red and white. What this law of segregation states? It states that two alleles of a gene. Suppose this is capital T, capital T. These are two alleles of a gene. Suppose this is small t, small t. Right? Suppose this is capital T, small t. This is pure tall, right? This is pure dwarf, right? And this is hybrid tall. These two alleles of a gene responsible for height, these sit together in a diploid organism, in you and me, right? But at the time of spore formation or gametes, when gametes, gametogenesis, when I say gametes, that means gametogenesis. When I say spores, that means sporogenesis. Mostly we talk of sporogenesis in plants, right? These gametes or spores separate. They separate by which method? Meiosis. They separate by meiosis. Because Mendel was having no knowledge about what this meiosis is, what the chromosomes are. He was just making, experiments, and he was just guessing that how the two alleles of a gene separate. Today we know there is a mechanism for it, because during meiosis, the two chromosomes, arms of the chromosome, two pairs of chromosomes separate from each other, right? So at that time, these things, chromosomes, meiosis, these were unknown to Mendel. So law of segregation states that two alleles of a gene controlling each character sit together in an individual. Suppose this was tall plant, this was pure plant. These two alleles responsible for tallness, right? And these two alleles responsible for recessiveness, dwarfness, and these two alleles responsible for tallness. These two alleles sit together in an individual. But once, let me write down here, but once gamete formation takes place, these alleles, these separate from each other. Because segregation means separation. Law of segregation. Law of separation of what? These alleles during gamete formation. Same is the case with this T and T. They will separate. Same is the case during gamete formation. They will form gametes like this. We have seen this in monohybrid case. मैंने आपको ये पहले ही बता दिया है. तो यही बात मेंडल एक लॉ के शक्ल में बोल रहा था कि जब तक दो एलील्स जीन के इंडिविजुअल में होते हैं, वो दोनों एलील्स एक जीन के, उस जीन के जो किसी खास पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है, वो इंडिविजुअल में दे सिट टुगेदर, एक साथ मिलके रहते हैं, राइट? बट एज सुन एज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गैमीट्स और एज सुन एज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पोर्स टेक्स प्लेस बाय meiosis, they separate from each other. Why? Because there is a mechanism for separation. Because these genes, these alleles, these are present on chromosomes, and the chromosomes separate from each other. Right? इससे क्या होता है? So that each gamete receives only one allele of character on random basis. Each gamete, इसमें ये gamete ने एक allele लिया, ये gamete ने एक allele लिया, ये gamete ने एक allele लिया, ये gamete ने एक allele लिया. This is separation of, alleles. This is separation of alleles of a gene in gamete formation, during gamete formation. This is the law of segregation. This is how it happens in law of segregation, right? So, law of segregation states that the two alleles of a gene, that two alleles of a gene controlling each character sit together in an individual, right? But at the time of gametes, formation of gametes or spores by meiosis, separate or move apart from each other due to separation of homologous chromosomes. क्योंकि ये जो homologous chromosomes ये separate हो जाते हैं. which bear them, क्योंकि ये एलील्स और जीन्स ये कहां पे होते हैं, क्रोमोसोम्स पे, so that each gamete receives only one allele. यहां पे ये गैमेट ने ये एलील, एक ही एलील रिसीव किया, इस गैमेट ने एक ही एलील रिसीव किया, on random basis, without any special thing, just independently, just hit and trial on random basis, right? So since this gamete, each gamete, यहाँ पे ये अब each gamete आ गया, since each gamete now possesses only one allele of each character. Since each gamete possesses only one allele of each character, right? So that these gametes, since these gametes or spores receive or possess only one allele of each character, these gametes are pure for that particular character. अगर यहाँ पे ये gamete responsible है for tallness, it will give rise to tallness only. अगर ये responsible ये T है for dwarfness, it will give rise to dwarfness only. That is, since gametes or spores possess only one, allele of each, gene or for each character, these gametes are pure for that particular character. Hence, this law of segregation, this is also called as law of purity of gametes. This is also called as law of purity of gametes. And law of segregation was called as first law of Mendel's laws of heredity by Correns. This was called as first law of Mendel's laws of heredity by Correns in 1901. This is law of segregation. Law of segregation is just that two alleles of a gene responsible for a particular character, these two alleles remain together in an individual. But when gamete formation or spore formation takes place in this individual, these two alleles separate from each other due to separation of homologous chromosomes, so that each gamete receives only one allele, right? This is law of segregation. And this law of segregation is also called as what? This law of segregation is also called as law of purity of gametes. Because now the gamete, the law of purity of gametes, because now the gamete has only one allele. So this gamete is pure for particular character. किसी खास character के लिए अब ये pure है. That means if it is taking the allele for tallness, it will form tall plants. It will express the tallness in coming generations. So this is law of segregation. Only difference between law of segregation and law of dominance is that law of dominance has exceptions. There are some, examples where dominant, allele in F1 generation is not able to express itself, right? The examples are incomplete dominance. The examples are co-dominance, right? These concepts we will discuss in other, video lectures. So I may say that law of dominance is not universal. It has exceptions, while as law of segregation is universal. Everything, every living organism follows this law of segregation. In fact, this law has formed the basis of genetic studies. It's the way how the transmission of characters from parents to offspring take place. Always there is separation of alleles during gamete formation. So this is universal law, and this law has been called as first law of Mendel's laws of heredity by Correns. It's also called as law of purity of gametes. I will tell you again why this law is called as purity of gametes. Because during the process of formation of gametes, during the process of formation of spores, these gametes separate, and there is now only these alleles separate, and each gamete has only one allele now, and this allele which is carried by gamete is pure. This gamete is now pure for that particular character. Hence, it's the reason why this is known as law of purity of gametes. Okay, thank you. Let's come to the next one. That is law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Unlike these three laws, law of dominance, law of unit factors, and law of segregation, which were the conclusions of monohybrid class, you must remember that law of independent assortment is the conclusion of, it has been derived from dihybrid class. It has been derived from dihybrid class. Let me write down here the definition of law of independent assortment. First, let me tell what Mendel observed. Mendel was able to state, because of his extensive work, because of his vigorous crossbreeding experiments, Mendel was able to state that two pairs of characters, two pairs of alleles of two pairs of characters. Let me tell you, alleles of two pairs of characters. Alleles of two pairs of characters, such as seed shape and seed color. Right? Seed shape and seed color. Because in dihybrid class, we crossed a pea plant in which the shape of the seed was round, RR, and the color of the seed was yellow. This plant we crossed with another plant, pea plant, in which the shape of the seed was wrinkled and the color of the seed was yellow, small y, right? Now, the alleles of two pairs of characters, such as seed shape and seed color, right, combined in F1 generation. Combined in F1 generation. These combined in F1 generation. If you remember like this, here gametes came, so the F1 hybrid was like this, R, R, Y, Y. This was again round shaped and yellow color, but this was hybrid, right? Mendel was able to state that two alleles of pair of two pairs of seed characters, such as seed shape and seed color, combined in F1 generation, right? But they separate and behave independently of each other, and behave independently each other in subsequent generations. In F2 generation, F3 generation, these are the subsequent generations. If I will tell you what was the conclusion of Mendel from dihybrid class? He said that alleles, that two alleles, or that two pairs of characters. If I will tell you two pairs of characters, let me tell you in simpler words. Mendel was able to state that two pairs of characters, right? That is seed shape and color. These are two pairs of characters. One shape here is round and wrinkled. This is one pair. Another pair is yellow color and green color. These are two pairs of characters, right? These remain together. These combine together in F1 generation. When we, conduct a dihybrid cross, these two pairs of characters remain together. These combine in F1 generation. But they separate and behave independent of each other. Right? In the subsequent generation, F2, F3 generation में ये separate हो जाते हैं. And this, led to the formulation of another law of inheritance. That is known as law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Because when Mendel conducted a dihybrid cross, he witnessed that in F1 generation, two pairs of characters, seed shape and seed color, of two plants, right? They combined in F1 generation. But in the subsequent generations, when he raised F2 generation and F3 generation, these two pairs of characters, separated from each other, right? And behaved independently in the subsequent generations. And this conclusion led to the formation of another, law. That's known as law of independent assortment. Now let me define the law of independent assortment. Definition, statement, law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment states that two pairs of characters, the alleles of two pairs of characters, separate independently of each other. The alleles of two pairs of characters separate independently of each other during the formation of spores or gametes. The alleles of two pairs of characters were shape and color. जो alleles responsible थे for shape and color, these alleles separate independently of each other. Independently, what does that mean? That means कि एक allele इस allele पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं था, इसको अपने साथ ले जाता. जैसे ये independently, whatever this gene was doing, it was independent. It had nothing to do with another allele, right? I will just, explain it in more detail, right? The alleles of two pairs of characters separate independently of each other during the formation of spores or, gametes, but rearrange randomly at the time of fertilization, producing both parental combinations and new combinations. ये आपने कल डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में पढ़ा. ये जो लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट है, इस लॉ में क्या बताता है मेंडल? वो कहता है ये जो डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में दो पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स थे, एक था शेप, एक था कलर. इन पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स के लिए जो रेस्पॉन्सिबल एलील्स थे एट द टाइम ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पोर्स, ये एलील्स सेपरेट हो जाते थे इंडिपेंडेंटली, ठीक है. लेकिन एट द टाइम ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन, जब ये फर्टिलाइजेशन का वक्त इनको आता था, तब ये रीअरेंज हो जाते थे एक साथ. फिर रीअरेंज होने के बाद रीअरेंज हो जाते थे रैंडमली. आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इज दैट. जिसके वजह से क्या होता था, पैरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशंस भी बन जाती थी और न्यू कॉम्बिनेशंस ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स भी बन जाते थे, राइट. देखिए मैं आपको समझाता हूं, एक बार फिर मैं आपको बता दूं। कल जो हमने मोनो हाइब्रिड क्रॉस, डाई हाइब्रिड क्रॉस किया था, ये राउंड शेप सीड की, और ये येलो कलर, इसको जो जब हमने क्रॉस किया किसके साथ, रिंकल शेप ग्रीन कलर, ठीक है। पहले इसके गैमेट्स बने, ठीक है ना, बन गए ना गैमेट्स, आर वाई आर वाई आर वाई आर वाई, ये इसके गैमेट्स बने, राइट। यहां भी सेम आर वाई आर वाई आर वाई एंड आर वाई, ये इसके गैमेट्स बने, ठीक है ना। लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट कहता है द अलील्स of two pairs of characters, these are two pairs of characters here, right? They separate from each other at the time of formation of gametes or spores. ये है gametes, ये बन गए ना, ये एक दूसरे से separate हो गए, but get rearranged randomly at the time of fertilization. फिर जब इनकी फर्टिलाइजेशन हो गई, आप देखिए ऐसे हमने इनकी फर्टिलाइजेशन की थी, राइट, फर्टिलाइजेशन की थी ऐसे इसमें, यहां से जब हमने इनकी फर्टिलाइजेशन की थी इनके साथ, तो ये ऐसे हुआ था, इनका रिजल्ट ऐसे होता, आर आर एक का वाई वाई, ये रीअरेंज हो गए रैंडमली। व्हाट डज दैट मीन, आई विल टेल यू, मैं आपको बता रहा हूं। ये हमारे पास आर आर वाई वाई, ये एक हमारे पास हाइब्रिड प्लांट है, राइट। इस हाइब्रिड प्लांट को हम क्रॉस करते हैं आर आर वाई वाई के साथ, ये सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन है, ठीक है ना। अब देखिए ये आर इसके साथ मिलेगा, ठीक है ना, पहले इसके साथ मिलेगा, हो गया आर वाई, गैमेट बन गया। फिर ये आर इसके साथ छोटे वाई, पहले बड़ा आर बड़ा वाई आर वाई, फिर ये आर वाई, राइट, आप देख रहे हैं, ये छोटा आर बड़े आर वाई के साथ मिलेगा, फिर छोटा आर छोटे वाई के साथ मिलेगा। फर्टिलाइजेशन जब हो गई ना, ये रैंडमली रीअरेंज हो गए एट द टाइम ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन, एट द टाइम ऑफ गैमेट फॉर्मेशन ये इंडिपेंडेंटली सेपरेट हो गए। Why it is known as assortment? Then they get rearranged, assorted. Why it is known as independent assortment? Because ये आर किस आर के साथ मिलेगा, कैपिटल आर किस वाई के साथ मिलेगा, स्मॉल आर किस वाई के साथ मिलेगा, कैपिटल वाई के साथ, कैपिटल वाई के साथ, ये कौन डिसाइड करेगा, आप करोगे नहीं, मैं करूंगा नहीं, फिर कौन, दिस इज जस्ट प्रोबेबिलिटी, पॉसिबिलिटी। आपके हाथ में एक कॉइन है, ठीक है ना, दो कैप्टन जब टॉस करते हैं उनके हाथ में एक कॉइन होता है, तो उसमें किसको पता है कि टॉस कौन जीतेगा, हेड एंड टेल, दिस प्रोबेबिलिटी, लाइक दिस इज why this law of independent assortment is known as independent assortment, because at the time of formation of, at the time of fertilization, and even at the time of formation of gametes, these gametes at the time of formation of gametes, these separate independent of one another, and at the time of fertilization these gametes fertilize, these gametes fertilize independently, randomly. Randomly means that which has no binding, which is a matter of probability. It is not decided by anybody that this R will fuse with this R, combine with this R. This is the probability, right? This is known as law of independent assortment. Once again, I will just say you the independent assortment, law of independent assortment. ये क्या बोलता है, ये कहता है कि हमारे पास जब हम डाई हाइब्रिड क्रॉस में टू पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स लेते हैं, ये जो टू पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं जीन्स या एलील्स, ये इस डाई हाइब्रिड क्रॉस में एट द टाइम ऑफ गैमीट फॉर्मेशन और स्पोर फॉर्मेशन, इंडिपेंडेंटली सेपरेट हो जाते हैं, राइट। और एट द टाइम ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन फिर ये रैंडमली रीअरेंज हो जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से दो किस्म की कॉम्बिनेशंस बनती है। एक तो पेरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशंस बनती है और न्यू कॉम्बिनेशंस बनती है। जैसे हमने कल पेरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशन थी हमारी राउंड एंड येलो, ना एक ये पेरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशन राउंड एंड येलो हमें 3 बने थे, 9 बने थे। तो इसका डायहाइब्रिड क्या है 9:3:1। दूसरी एक कॉम्बिनेशन हमारी थी पेरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशन रिंकल एंड ग्रीन, ये तो एक ही बना था। अब 9:3:3:1 दिस इज डायहाइब्रिड रेशो, राइट। इसमें 9 जो बने थे वो राउंड एंड येलो थे, दिस वाज पेरेंटल कॉम्बिनेशन। एक जो था ये रिंकल एंड येलो बना था, ठीक है ना। बीच के ये जो 3 और 3 6 थे, दीज वर न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन सच एज राउंड येलो, फिर हमारे पास 3 आए थे राउंड ग्रीन। क्या आए थे? राउंड ग्रीन। ये तो न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन है ना सॉरी। इसके बाद हमारे पास रिंकल्ड येलो था, हमारे पास रिंकल्ड ग्रीन था, है ना। तो हमारा और एक कॉम्बिनेशन बन गया रिंकल्ड येलो। ये जो रिंकल्ड येलो एंड राउंड ग्रीन हमारे पास कॉम्बिनेशन आई थी, दीज वर न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन। सो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं ये जो क्या बोलते हैं डाइहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में हमने देखा लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट कहता है 2 पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स के जो एलील्स है, द एलील इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर 2 पेयर्स ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स, दे कैन रिमेन इन F1 जनरेशन टुगेदर बट इन F2 जनरेशन they rearrange themselves, they move apart, they separate independently। या अगर मैं सिंपल डेफिनेशन बता दूं लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट की, लॉ ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट असॉर्टमेंट की डेफिनेशन ये है कि 2 alleles of 2 pairs of characters just move apart at the time of formation of spores or gametes, but they randomly rearrange themselves at the time of fertilization. As a result, both parental combinations of characters and new combinations of characters are formed. This is one. Now, law of segregation. Law of segregation states that you and me are diploid organisms, right? In diploid organisms, alleles of a gene, 2 alleles of a gene. Suppose I am tall. The alleles of gene remain together in a diploid organism. Once this diploid organism undergoes meiosis or mitosis to form, meiosis to form gametes. At the time of gamete formation, ये जो क्या बोलते हैं सेपरेट हो जाते हैं गैमीट्स, सो दैट एक गैमीट के पास एक एलील होता है। दिस इज लॉ ऑफ सेग्रीगेशन। होप दैट यू मे हैव अंडरस्टूड समथिंग। वेलकम टू माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो। थैंक यू।